Civil society organizations in Uganda have long worked alongside the Electoral Commission, playing a crucial role in promoting free and fair elections through voter education and election observance, among other initiatives. However, in a twist of irony, these very CSOs have persistently highlighted numerous hurdles they face during electoral engagements. In light of these challenges, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, led by retired Major General Kahinda Otafiire, in collaboration with the Electoral Commission, convened a dialogue with CSOs to address persistent concerns and forge a strategic path forward ahead of the 2026 general elections. Presiding over the dialogue, Otafiire rebuked civil society organizations for allegedly overstepping their mandate and called on actors to operate strictly within the legal boundaries of their roles to ensure a smooth and credible electoral process.
Occasionally, the NGOs overstep their mandate. Because out of every 10 people, you always find somebody who is errant. Some people within the NGO world overstep their mandate. And that's not a warrant for condemning the NGO world. The NGO world and ourselves are not monolithic in thinking. Sometimes they espouse wrong ideas. It's our duty to listen, but most often they espouse correct ideas.
Otafiire didn't stop at going after the civil society. He critiqued his own party, the National Resistance Movement, accusing it of interfering in the political activities of other parties. He emphasized that opposition parties have a constitutional right to participate in politics freely and without obstruction, regardless of their disagreements with the state.
There should be now, for you NRM, my party supporters, don't try to enforce your ideas on other people. Let them express their views, for as long as they do it within the law. Let everybody say what they want to say for as long as they do it within the law. It's their constitutional right.
With political campaigns looming, Otafiire warned against possible unrest, including protests or violence. He noted, somewhat tongue-in-cheek, that his ministry has no budget for tear gas. He cautioned against the far-reaching consequences of any demonstrations, invoking the concept that sovereignty in poverty is poverty in sovereignty.
What I want to tell Ugandans is that in this excitement, we should remember we are a third world. And the third worlds are not generally prosperous. So don't get attempted to burn the road that you are demonstrating. The Irish can afford to destroy their roads because they have the money to repair them. The road you are burning in Uganda that you are demonstrating is on credit. So let's exercise our democratic rights of free expression with responsibility.
Civil society organizations, for their part, did not hold back. They voiced ongoing frustrations around the electoral cycle, including electoral violence, the increasing militarization of elections, internet shutdowns, restrictive regulations, delays in license issuance and accreditation, and the government's consistent disregard for calls for electoral reforms.
Unfortunately, in recent years, a combination of administrative and operational constraints has significantly affected the ability of civil society to perform these roles effectively. Restrictive regulatory environments, burdensome accreditation procedures, and increasing secularization of civic space have created a challenging context for civil society engagement in elections. In some cases, organizations have faced undue scrutiny, surveillance, or even criminalization for engaging in legitimate electoral activities, including voter education and observation. These constraints not only undermine the work of civil society, but also weaken the overall integrity and inclusivity of Uganda's electoral process.
Another point of contention raised was the deepening mistrust between the state and civil society, with many CSOs accused of pushing foreign agendas.
International community relations are not just with the regime. It's a relation with the country and its people. So that means that the international community is free to work with government and other citizens in the country. So when government gets money from the same source, for them it is good money. But when the same source funds NGOs, it is evil money that should be criminalized.
The ministry, however, urged civil society organizations to prioritize transparency and inclusiveness in their work, remain mindful of societal needs and exercise due diligence in managing their funding sources. David Ijo, NTV.